What's up, guys? Zane from Forward Progress Madden. In this video, we're going to take a look at the New England Patriots playbook. It's been a popular playbook for the past probably 2 or 3 years. Just a lot of plays in this playbook that give you huge headaches. So many playbook-specific plays. For instance, you look in pretty much any of these formations. You see the ever-popular PA Pat's corner from last year. These slot whip, slot bubble, slot trail plays, these are only found in New England Patriots playbook. Something as simple as this flanker screen in the two-back. There's just a lot of stuff that you don't have to prepare for in other playbooks that this playbook in particular has. And this play that we're going to look at is the the Pat's wheel drag out of the ace tight slots. All these ace formation in the shotgun in the New England playbook have Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski on the field. So count on it starting your top two tight ends in the formation. If you're using somebody else, you may consider using a 4 wide receiver package or 3 wide receiver package. So just giving you a heads up on that. If you have somebody really slow at tight end instead of a stud like Aaron Hernandez as your number 2, may want to go with a couple more wide receivers on the field. Pat's wheel drag is a man and zone beating play, but I want to focus on it from a man beating concept, or a man beating perspective. First of all, this play is almost completely unbumpable. Not 100%, but for the most part. The only person that ever gets jammed is Aaron Hernandez on this route, this little route that posts up over the middle. Gronkowski does not get jammed. Welker and Lloyd do not get jammed on their routes, and that's about the gist of it. The only adjustment we're going to make is instead of this delay flat that Ridley is on, we're going to place him on the one in the game, the one that gets upfield more. Notice how Ridley's on like a delay swing route. This one, you know, goes upfield a little bit more, so I'll explain why here in a second. But let's focus on what we're going to do first from a man-beating perspective. Lloyd and Welker are on wheel routes. Everybody knows when wheel routes hit the sideline, they cut upfield, you throw an inside pass lead. Don't really have to over-explain it. Just like that. Real simple. Lloyd should hold on to the ball. Same thing with Welker. Throw an inside pass lead and go get it. These New England Patriots hands are like glue. So next, let's look at Aaron Hernandez's route. Now there's 2 ways when your opponent's in press coverage that this will occur. 1, Hernandez will get a good release over the middle and you'll just throw it as he posts up Jenkins. Or 2, Jenkins will completely whiff, be left in the backfield, and you'll throw a pass lead upfield in stride and pick up big yards after the catch. Let's see what happens here if I snap on the right controller. As you can see, Jenkins completely whiffed, and we actually threw it a tad bit late. We should have thrown this ball while Hernandez was still running and not as he was posting up. See, as Jenkins just completely whiffs on this route, just terrible. Next, let's keep Hernandez on this route and not try to press him. Jenkins will stay with him, but Jenkins will not be able to get a good jump on this route as you throw it, as Hernandez does an awesome job of posting up over the middle, and it's just very, very difficult to defend. You're going to have to drop defensive linemen or be aggressive in the box with your linebacker or safety user player to take away this route. It's just a complete headache. So you can see, again, there's what we want to do. And hopefully Hernandez will hold on to the ball after the catch, but phenomenal play by the Cowboys there from, you know, making a play on the football once the runner had it. But as you can see, very tough to jam Hernandez on this route. Now let's go to Gronkowski. Gronkowski's just on a generic drag. There's really nothing special about it, because as you can see here, if you run the play default, more often than not, the linebacker will take him over the middle, and he just will undercut it and pick off the ball. But this is why we put Ridley on the other delay route. Let's try this again. As you can see, last time they switched. This time, they don't. So, and actually that defensive back played it really well. but I want to show you from another formation, and this goes for pretty much all the formations in the game with the exception of dime against this formation. Like say they're in the dollar 2 main under, and we run this play. The DB does not hang. He just doesn't hang. And there's 4 DBs on the field. Still the same guy defending Gronkowski. But for some reason, Gronkowski's going to get wide open on his drag route. As you can see, there it is. For some reason, the dime plays it a little bit better than the rest of the formations, but not overly well. And in the end of the day, Gronkowski is your 4th read on this play. If you would rather sub Gronkowski in at Hernandez's spot, I believe there's a package that swaps the tight ends. Let's double check that. Yes, tight end flip. So you can do that and then just work Hernandez on this drag. He's got a little bit more speed anyways, so probably a better play on this to swap the tight ends. But we'll go ahead and set this up against the dollar again. And Hernandez just gets pretty good separation on this. As your 4th read, I would say that's pretty safe. We'll go back to the dime now and run this. Let's run dime 2 main under. Again, you put Ridley on the delay, flat. Go ahead and press. We'll assume everything else for some reason is covered. Your opponent has the perfect play call, which he doesn't. As you can see, we had a wide open pass to Gronkowski there, but the dime is really the only formation that can take away this 4th read. So talk about just a headache of a play, right? This is your 4th read, and there is only one formation in the game that can take away your 4th read. I will live with that. Now let's go ahead and look at this play when your opponent throws zone, because as we know, nobody is going to run just man. Nobody's going to run just zone. Against zone, this play is not as sexy. I'll be honest with you. It's really not an overly effective play against zone. You simply just have to make your progression reads. We've got a cover 3 here. You're really just going to work this combination of players: Lloyd, Gronkowski, and Hernandez. These 3 guys are the 3 guys that we're going to look at. Lloyd is going to stretch the field horizontally, hopefully pulling any flat zones with him. Gronkowski is going to stretch the field somewhat vertically, as he's going to get a little bit more depth than Hernandez and post up over the middle. And what this does is it isolates this player right here over the middle to really make a choice on who he wants to play. From the dollar, zone is probably the best way to play this, but as you'll see, guys will still have options to throw to. We could have thrown to Gronkowski underneath on the drag, but let's say that they call the dime or any other formation, like a 4-3. We'll just go to a 4-3. It's all about just taking your progressions against zone and just making a simple read and delivering the ball. Against zone, you can also, of course, flood the deep zones. That's another way you can do it. Go 4 verts against cover 3 or 3 verts against cover 2. But no need to do that. Just make a simple read on this play. As you can see, Lloyd's going to pull that flat route all the way with him, and we have that drag there. Because the hook zone on the play drops over the middle with Gronkowski. And it leaves this big passing window right here for us to get the ball to Hernandez. We'll run it again. We'll throw that quicker. Probably just as he passes the center is when we need to do it, to give him more room to catch the ball and run. So let's go ahead and run this again. And you'll see that just deliver the ball right here. And that's how you get the big yards after the catch. So against zone, like I said, not as sexy, but still a very effective play. Simply just read whoever over the middle is taking Gronkowski. If this guy stays, let's say he stays shallow on it, then you can throw the ball to Gronkowski. So simple high-low read over the middle. Lloyd does nothing but stretches the field horizontally and opens up the combination of the 2 tight ends crossing each other over the middle of the field. Very simple play. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and feel free to rate the video as well. If you haven't subscribed, we're going to be getting big time into this Madden 13 Day 2, but you can only expect us to get better from here. The first week is usually slow, not a whole lot of tips coming out, but I'll be sure to get some stuff up over the next few days. Make sure help you guys as this game drops here on Tuesday officially retail. We're playing the early version right now, but alrighty guys, thanks.